We're on. All right. Try this again. Yay. Hey, good morning, everybody. Gold Phoenix is in the house. CB channel member. David Edwards in This Trucking Life was first. And Gary Bates is in the house. What is happening, guys? Where are you at today? What is going on? I'm drinking my coffee, which is peppermint mocha, out of my Snorlord cup, and I'm wearing my Wheel Burner Express t-shirt, which I don't know if I wore this last time or not. Anyways, so got myself a new little hat. It's kind of dudish shaped, so like I wore it, but it's kind of a masculine hat. So I don't know if I'm gonna be sporting it, but I had to get it in honor of my motor, which is coming next 15. Come on, Bear. Come on. Come on. Hope y'all are having a great day. This is a late coffee. I just kind of took up my morning doing laundry, taking my shower, and then I had to do my hair, and then I had to do my makeup. You know, like chicks take a long time to get ready and all that. So it was one of those mornings, and I had to make sure everything's clean and in order because I can't just relax until my truck is straight. Come on, girl. So, my week has been pretty busy, pretty busy. I think I ran out my clock until I had like 4 hours left. And so I was got a bunch done yesterday. It's attacked the pile of receipts weekend yesterday was, and I organized them, but now I have to write all my little notes on there, what they were for my accountant and whatnot. So I still have that to do, but I did get to the CB shop. I don't know if you caught my little short on it. And we got our CB tuned and amped up and all that. So now I can be talking smack on the radio instead of just talking and nobody hears me and I can't hear anybody else. It's intermittent when I hear anybody else. Really weird stuff, but just so you know, my forte this weekend was trying to think of things I needed in the truck to be ready for winter weather, and that was one of them. And so I want to make sure that if anything happens and I get stuck, that I can reach out for help. So that was a safety issue in my world. I also picked up some really cool snow things. Let me see if I can show you. Ooh. Okay. So this is something I've never had, and I saw one in the store and I said, you know what? I've been putting that way off too long. So this is a pretty cool thing. It was $22, which I really think was too expensive, but I'm kind of like think everything's too expensive. So this is pretty cool because you press this button and it's telescopic. Okay. Doesn't get real long. It's just one of these, right? So I can shovel some snow if I get a little stuck or whatever in truck stop. So I'm loaded with that, and I got also a telescopic snow pusher. You know, I do plan on running up north in the snow. So you know, I had to make sure I had tools to manage it a little bit rather than not have anything, right? Let me go back, say shout outs. There's people coming in. David Edwards, thank you for the tip on the CB. Okay, good. You know, I was ready to throw that CB out the window. I was getting very frustrated. And before I do stuff like that, I like to revisit the issue, say, okay, hold on. Settle down. Is there something else we can do before we just throw away the entire investment, right? I happen to be parked for my 34 at this Petro that has a CB shop. The guy came in, CB that he was in the office. I was like, okay, this was yesterday morning. So I took it in and had my first CB guy visit. So I learned a lot. He restored my faith in my radio. It's a good one. Happy about my purchase. And now I bought this, I think when I was at DART. And I read the directions, I calibrated it, all that. Well, he taught me a couple extra things. So let me say this after all that. I think that if you don't know about CBs, like I didn't know about CBs, you should take, if you got a CB or if you're new to trucking, take your CB in, have him do the tune up, the check, right? He plugs it into these things and it shows him all the dials. So he's testing your frequencies and your power output and all that other good stuff, making sure your little thing works right. And so he had me pull up my truck and he checked my antennas and he checked my wirings and stuff, and everything's great. I would recommend that for anybody that doesn't know about CBs, just because for me, I was thinking I bought a piece of junk, and he told me, he said, this is actually a very good radio, underrated radio. So I was happy with that. So I didn't waste my purchase. I got a little tweaks done to it so it performs better than how it comes in the box. So go do that for yourself. Gold Phoenix is saying hi to CB. Gary Bates is in here. This trucking life is almost to Bay City, Michigan. Oh man, that's right near my home. Weather's probably up there like it is here, I would imagine. I hope you guys can hear me okay. I can roll up the windows if there's too much background noise. Let me know. I got the windows down. It's a beautiful day here in Ohio, and there's a truck running next to me, but I'm not sure how good you can hear that. I probably could roll up the windows. Those dang reefer guys. I always try to avoid parking next to a reefer. Just saying. Gold Phoenix is in Salt Lake City, heading to Portland, Oregon. Oh man, Gold Phoenix, I want to know how that weather is on that way out there. CB is in sunny, warm Spring Hill, Tennessee. It's a beautiful day here in Ohio. It's one of those great fall mornings that are my favorite, right? It's chilly, but not, it's chilly. So you want to put on your like Columbia or whatever, but so me and Deee are out hiking and the sun's shining just to keep you just warm enough. So those are my favorite kind of days. David Edwards asks, what breed is Deee? Is she is shedding an issue? Yeah, she does shed. She does shed. Now, so the lady that I got her from told me that her healer sheds typically has 2 sheds a year. The thing about Deee is her daddy was a Australian Shepherd, and I think that's the one that sheds anytime. So Deee does shed. The great thing is she's got little, well, it's good and bad, but she's got little straight hairs, right? Hence my cheering that we did on the last live about this new vacuum that I got. Okay. The Scorpion Plus Max Power by Dirt Devil. $34 at Walmart. Beep. This little thing is super awesome. I have been able to clean hairs out of crevices that I could not clean before with the Black & Decker wireless that I had. Check this out. Bam. Crevice tool. You know what I'm saying? And it comes with a little spinny brush thing, right, to clean my rugs with. So that's been fantastic. We're much cleaner, much happier now. And so, yeah, okay, are we back? I lost signal for a second. Are we back? Gosh. Toggle the airplane mode. Okay, is audio all right? Are we good? I'll just pick up where I left off. I lost 3 people. Sorry, guys. I don't know. I guess I had a hiccup on the internet. I got a good signal. That was totally weird. Thank you, Sterling. Okay. Okay. Thank you, CB. Okay. Good. Okay, let me go back. We're talking about Deee. Okay, so Deee is who turned 1 year old this week, by the way. It was her birthday. She is half blue heeler. Her mom was full bred blue heeler, and her daddy was Australian Shepherd. And so she's got beautiful markings of both breeds, and both of her parents were active cattle dogs on a farm in West Virginia. And she is a twin runt, so I was told. She got to play with a couple of full-bred blue heelers yesterday. A gentleman that I met was out walking his dogs, and they were purebreds. And Deee got to run with them. It was so cool. So, super smart dog, David. Got lots of energy. So, I wanted that, though, because number one, I want a smart dog. Number two, I wanted to create an issue where this dog I was going to be obligated to take care of her and get exercise, right? And it gets me out of the truck. But loyal is all get out. These dogs are loyal. Like, I keep her on the leash for safety, but when we're ever like in a big field or whatever and we want to go hiking or walk around or whatever and there's no danger of any traffic, like I let her off the thing and she'll run around, but she will not get where she can't see me. When I disappear, like she'll come after me. So she'll run around, which is I think their herding mechanism, herding like cattle, herding, and but she'll stay with me. And so it's very awesome. She's like a great, I'm so happy, like, because she's like, to me, in my opinion, she's the best truck dog that you could probably get. And she can jump up in the truck because she's like a kangaroo monkey. And she's lots of fun to play with. And she's super annoying because she barks loud and they talk a lot. So she will make a lot of noise to communicate. So, there's that. You guys have heard her before. So she's starting to settle down, and now when I do a live, she's not like the whole time. You got me talking about Deee. Steve ND86 is in the house saying, hey now, coffee and donut. God, I really want that. I woke up thinking about, I'd really like to have something sweet like a cinnamon roll or a couple really good donuts today. But I settled for my black peppermint coffee. Sit that the right way. So I was going to wear my Snorlord shirt today with my coffee mug, but I literally have been wearing it for 3 days already, and it's pretty crusty. So I don't know how long you guys wear your Snorlord shirts, but, like, even my Wheelburn shirt, like, I'll wear these shirts a couple of days. Now, you can't think I'm gross or anything. It's probably kind of gross to you, but I'm a girl, and I wear, like, tank tops and undershirts underneath my clothes. Those are the ones I change daily, right? And so my whatever t-shirt I'm wearing is usually just a top dressing or whatever. So I feel like it's, and I feel like I can wear them for a couple days before I change them. And it's not because they stink or nothing. It's just because I've gotten food on there or something by then, Sterling Wheel says, I made it to Salt Lake to Reno without a 30 this morning. Oh, high five, Sterling. Mr. Red Lady, high five. Steve ND86 is chilling in Fargo. Is that the Dakota? Where is that? Sorry, my geography is not great. S125 is in the house. Why don't you have a wrench? Like, this is bugging me. That is bugging me, S125. Let me see if I can fix it. Okay. I'm going to see if I can fix it. Thank you for coming in. CB says, if you get stuck in a storm, just build a fire, put up a mailbox, and wait out till spring. I would too, CB. I'm not scared to just be like, huh. I mean, if I got a load, that's going to be another thing, but I would too, CB. Ooh, don't do that. Look at the comments, you guys. Okay, S125. For some reason on StreamYard, you got a wrench. Everybody in here's got a wrench. Okay, we're good. We're good, guys. I can't see wrenches in StreamYard anyways. So I was going to try to do the webinar feature on StreamYard. That's a new feature on StreamYard. And I thought that would be fun. But you got to upgrade your account. I'm already paying the $25 a month for this thing. So David says, do you have a second and third means to heat and cook? I have a candle. And I have some perishable foods, so I don't have to cook them. And I've got a big old bag of oatmeal. You can live off oatmeal and peanut butter, right? That's what I got going on. I'm thinking what you're talking about is maybe like a propane grill or something like that. Like a camping thing. But I have means of starting a fire, right? And to me, camping girl, I'm a big camping enthusiast. So if it came down to crap hitting the fan and I could start a fire, uh oh, the trick where you can light your dryer sheets on, to start a fire, to help start a fire. So if I could gather the kindling wood and all that, and then I'd use my little dryer sheet and set that on fire, and that would help light a fire. That's what I got planned. I have dryer sheets. Um, I watch some survival stuff sometimes. Buck Brown is in the house saying, if I'm lucky, I'll be staying in the Southeast on this dedicated run back and forth from Georgia to South Carolina and back through the winter and the weekends off at home. Oh, but I hope you get to keep that. That sounds fantastic. I'm really feeling like I want to nail something a little regular down myself. I've been thinking about it. Um, I don't know, because sometimes I think I want to do that, and then other times I'm like, I love being able to just change directions anytime I want. Like, I love that so much. So, but we got to do what's best for business. So I'm not ruling out anything right now. We just want to pivot if we need to pivot. CB says, nice buck. Yeah, good deal. Mr. Red Lady says, good truck and buck. David Edwards says, hey, Sterling, how are you? Alfalfa is in the house, saying hanging out in Davenport, Iowa. Okay. How's the weather out there, Alfalfa? Mr. Red Lady says, hey, Gold Phoenix, you feeling better? Yeah, if you guys don't know, if you don't watch Gold Phoenix's channel, he got the cooties. Not the STD cooties. He got COVID. And I think this is the second time he's been sick with it. Gold Phoenix, you can correct me if I'm wrong. But from what I understand, he's back at it. He's feeling better. And it really kicked his butt. Jerome Jones channel member is in the house saying good morning. I did ask Jerome to go live with me today, so I don't know if he wants to do that or not. Check my text. Maybe he texted me back. Jerome says he's heading to the pickup. He should be available around 11:15. All right, just let me know. Sterling, you said, are you trucking? I mean, I'm having coffee with you. Sterling says, David Edwards, we're doing good. Off work early. Oh, fantastic. This Trucking Life says it's 48 degrees. David says, nice. Oh, here's our update from Gold Phoenix. He says, yeah, I'm just regaining my voice, really. Stuff's still coming out of my system, but I can work. Oh, that's, yeah. The mucus, right? Ugh. Buck Brown, I'm glad you're feeling better, Gold Phoenix, by the way. I really am. I felt really bad when I realized that you had been sick. I was like, where's he at? Hope he's all right. I didn't know if you were training or, whatever. But so I'm glad you posted an update, because that's the only way I knew that you were sick. Buck Brown says, I can't hang out long, meeting with friends of mine and my late brides for lunch. Oh, good. Good, Buck. I'm trying to stay focused. Have a great time. Have a lovely brunch. That's fantastic. I think having Sunday brunches with people is just super fun. Dodie's page is in the house saying, good morning, Shannon. Finally, I caught your live. Yay. Yeah, because it's late today. Normally I do it in the morning, Dodie, but I'm just being a slowpoke today. And it's okay. I'm allowing it. Mr. Red Lady says, International Man of Mystery is in the house. Yes, he is. And he's working today. Working hard. Buck says, and luckily I can take my bride's Bernedoodle with me. That's her dog, I'm assuming? And luckily he doesn't shed at all. Okay. Yeah, I mean, Dee's not, it's just, it's something to do every day. You know? It's not like, oh, I would say, oh, don't get one of these dogs. Like, it's nothing out of normal, I guess. It's definitely not like a German Shepherd shedding, okay? It's just, I mean, I shed pretty bad too, so I can't, like, be crabby about her, right? I'm cleaning, like, all the time. So that's why I'm so excited about this vacuum. And if you have a dog, I would highly recommend you go get this little vacuum, because I'll tell you what, it kicks butt. My truck is so clean, and I'm keeping the dust, everything's dust free. I can vacuum my vents with it. My crevices, see, I'm a crevices get on my nerves. So if I see something in a crack, I'm like, oh, let's see. I think this is when the internet froze. Dan's Hot Shot Trucking and Outdoor Adventures is in the house. Says, I hate it when hair gets into those crevices. I know, right? Call it OCD or whatever. Like, and it's probably extra worse because my truck is brand new, right? I'm trying to keep it brand new. I'm trying to stay so organized. I'm starting to stay super efficient, and I want to feel that way in my mind, right? So I have to have these 34-hour breaks I take on the weekends. Like, I'm constantly working on setting things back and getting rid of things that I don't need, yeah, making sure I'm stocked, which is, I also have to do shopping today. I'm glad you said something, because I was about to forget that I had to call Instacart today and get a couple of things for the truck. Gold Phoenix says, wise, love it to death. Waze? Do you mean Waze? Are you talking about the app? Doty says, oh no, it froze. Okay, my internet froze. Good, don't move. Doty says, don't move. Sterling says, StreamYard is doing a massive network update this weekend, and from what I've heard, Wonky will be reoccurring and prominent. Okay. Well, since I have 22 of you in here right now, and it seems like the signal is good, will you please reach over and hit the like button for me? Pretty please with sugar on top. Mr. Red Lady has a piece of advice. Wear earplugs if you meet Deee. Yes. She's got a very annoying and loud chirping type sounding bark. It's super freaking annoying. And she's so excited. All she's doing is giving you love. But if you've never been in the presence of a dog like that, like, my daughter climbs the walls as soon as she makes a freaking noise like that. I'm used to it. It doesn't startle me so much. And I've learned, these dogs communicate a lot. And so if you can at least understand that and tolerate that about your healer pup, you're going to be fine. You guys know from the past, it's terrible when we're online, right? Doing a live. It's terrible. I've had to apologize 100 times for that, because there was a while there when she was littler where as soon as I would get on live and start talking to the camera, like, she would start doing that. So she's growing out of it now. She's good. She's gotten used to things. So, but yeah, anybody that she's met, Sterling, Red Lady, Glenn. Oh God, she put Glenn through it. Snorlord, I think. She's met Snorlord twice. And who else? Random dudes at the truck stops, right? She's kind of spazzy. So it just depends if you can handle it. I have got patience like nobody else in this world, so I get it. It does irritate me. Don't like I'm not completely oblivious to it, but you know we're okay. But just know that if you're thinking about getting one of these dogs, like those are some things that you're gonna get through. So you just teach her, like, you teach them stuff. You teach them to do what they're told, and you tell them to be quiet. Sometimes she just don't even care. She's so excited about meeting a new person. She will squeal, squeal, squeal when she meets you because she just loves you, and she just wants to want you to pet her, and it's out of love and excitement. So I'm sorry for anybody who's been offended by her terrible sounds, but she's so full of love. And she can't contain it. I'm sorry. CB says 3 blue healers in one location could topple a government. Oh man, there's this big field over here, right? They ran and ran and ran, and it was like, to me it was like looking like a happiest puppy video. And dang it, I didn't have my phone with me, or I would have totally filmed it. It was such a beautiful thing. And Deee was like happy, like she just learned that on a planet there's someone else like her. Like it was that type of thing. And so I had asked the guy, because of the way she was like, I said, can she come? And if they'll get along, then. And so he was totally cool about it. And they were like 3 years old. And so he was throwing a ball, and all she didn't try to get the ball from them or nothing. Like she just ran. They ran because he could throw it really, really far. And they ran together, and she'd run back with the one who got the ball. And they ran together again. Like she was just having a ball. And then finally she tried to get the ball one time, and they let her. They didn't get mad at her. And it was just really cool. I wish I could have shared it with you guys. But yeah, it made, I hate to even imagine this, but it made me want to get another one so I could have 2. How crazy. Okay, so she's a handful enough, Dodie's page says smart dogs are great to have because when you get lost, they can sniff out an interstate. Yeah, she doesn't let me out of her sight. Very loyal dogs. Old school new school's in the house saying CB, either topple one or get back in line. Get it back in line. Yeah, they're great dogs, man. I mean, nobody's perfect, right? But I love her so freaking much. Sterling says her Yelp is like a disco ball through a wood chipper at full throttle. Yeah, yeah. Great description, Sterling. For sure. Sterling says, I wear my Snorlord shirt until it crawls by itself out of sympathy. Yeah, I really wore mine like I don't know what I dripped on it, but I had food on the shoulder, I had food on the front. Like I was like, really? I guess it's time to wash it since I was doing laundry today. So I didn't wear it because, you guys would have had all kinds of things to say about that. Dodie says that's too much information. Stevie says I'm a Floridian. I was raised to hate all undergarments, socks, and law enforcement. Somehow I get that feeling about you, CB. Alfalfa says I had a Cinnabon classic this morning, Sunday morning ritual. Yeah, Alfalfa, I feel that. I think I was feeling that this morning, and I still might, but it's the sugar. I really just need to have breakfast. Oh, I did not get my lobster in Maine, you guys, because again, I had to catch a load that was going so fast. So I bailed on the lobster idea once again, but all is not lost because what I did get is some real Vermont raw real maple syrup. So, which is very expensive, by the way, but I got some. So I didn't come back empty-handed when I went up there. Rig Pig is in the house saying fire on the mountain, run boys run. Dodie's page says, hey Shannon, congratulations on your new grandmahood. My live cut out before I could read your message. Been meaning to get back with you on that. Congratulations. Thank you, Dodie. Yeah, he's pretty awesome. If you want to see my new grandson, Walker Texas Ranger, I did a short showing him, and he's very amazing and beautiful and perfect. And so the next baby is coming in December around my birthday, around Christmas. Okay. So that's when the little girl is coming. So we got a boy who was just born, Walker Texas Ranger. And then we got a girl coming. And then in February, we have another boy coming. That will make 5 boys and 2 girls. Gold Phoenix, the second time in 4 years. Okay. Because I feel like I remember the last time you had it too. Matter of fact, I know I do. Alfalfa says, weather is the same you described in Ohio. Okay. Yeah, this is like the best. This is my favorite weather. It's great to drink coffee in. The sun is shining. I can sit here with the windows down. Nice little cool breeze. I'm next to the Blue Beacon, so everybody's washed their trucks. Everybody's looking good today, shined up and parked over here. So it's really awesome. And and there's a place to hike, walk, and let her run. Oh my gosh, I'm in a really great spot. So Gold Phoenix says, I had it when I first got my CDL, and ironically again after I just certified as an instructor. And so, wait, so is this the third time? Because because you've been an instructor now for a while. So I think the time I'm thinking of is when you just got certified. David Edwards says, I'm in Northwest Ohio. Me too, David. Where are you? I'm here too. I wonder if we're close to each other, David. Gary Bates says, Shannon, I believe you can submit for that $20,000 Elevate grant next year. Okay. I guess I need to talk to you, Gary, and I can learn more about that. Or if you want to do a video and I'll watch it. Johnny Walker is in the house. A good scotch, I hear. Good afternoon, he says. Thank you for coming in, Johnny. Gold Phoenix says, was in Springfield, Missouri for 2 weeks. This time, if you have your own, I'm about to throw up the link, Gold Phoenix, because I'm like asking too many questions on your comments. Gary Bates says, if you have your own business for 3 years, and I noticed they have diversity, equity, and inclusion portion where you automatically get 5 points out of 15 total. Oh, wow. Okay. I'm not 3 years old yet, but yeah, like next year I will be. We'll talk again on that, Gary. Thanks for thinking of me. I never know what's out there, and there's probably a whole ton of stuff out there because I see lots of other people like expanding their businesses like crazy, and I'm like, how do they do it? Gary Bates says it is for businesses in Indiana, Michigan, businesses under $1 million. Ooh, that's me, bro. That's me. Oh, I could use 20 grand just to keep in the account. That would change a whole lot of things for me. And I'm not talking about spending it. I'm talking about just having it there for backup. Oh, that would be great. Sterling says, it's weird, but YouTube shows 309 likes on this video. I only see 18 of you guys in here now. Gary says, get it if I cannot. I got to become 3 years old yet, Gare. But yeah, I can research it now and be ready, right? And make sure I meet all the criteria by the time that it's time. Thank you, Gary. That's awesome. Dodie says, please no sugar on top. Use honey on top instead. It's natural, right? And so is this maple syrup that I got from Vermont. Oh my gosh, am I excited to try that. So there's an iron skillet in here. And so I thought about today, since I'm having like a sweet craving, I'm like, okay, this is a perfect time to like, unless I can figure out a different way to make pancakes. I don't have any flour of any sort in here. All I have is oatmeal, which I could do. I could just have some oatmeal and put some syrup in there. Oh, that's a good idea. Instead of having the pancake stuff. Yeah, I think that's my plan. That's my plan. I'm going to make myself some oatmeal with some eggs and bacon. And then I'm going to drizzle a little syrup into my oatmeal. Oh, yeah. Mr. Furley, who's this? That's a new name in here. Oh, sorry. I missed this. I'm sorry. My adventures in the house. Chris, I watched your video today. You look great. I said, sorry, I'm riding my bike out here in Memphis, Tennessee, so I can't watch, but I did hit the like button. Thank you. Please catch the replay, Chris. If you guys don't know, my adventures, his channel was called Stepped In It Trucking. Are you gonna change your channel name back now that they're back to truck race? That's what I want to know. But he was Stepped In It Trucking, and he changed his channel name, but he was out for a little bit because he had some heart issues and some surgeries and whatnot, and now he's back in the truck, back to work. So that is a blessing and an answer to prayer. So I want to say praise the Lord, because oh man, he was this close from being gone from us, you guys. So, and now he's out there riding his bike. Like, oh my goodness. Mr. Furley says, that didn't sound good. Random dudes from the truck stop. You know, I go in there and I do stuff. So I talk to people when I'm in there. Like, I'm just a friendly person. And then, you know, if I'm outside with Deee, guys will be walking by me or on their way up to the building or whatever, and Deee gets all excited and like wants to say hi. That's what I meant. Old School says, never apologize for Deee. They do whatever they do for a reason. Yeah, she's nothing but love and joy, I swear. Mr. Red Lady super chatted $4.20. Support your favorite trucking rainbow unicorn. Thank you. Thank you so much, Mr. Red Lady. Oh, and here is the Queen, Mrs. Sterling, who is betrothed to Mr. Red Lady. Hence his name is Mr. Red Lady. And she's about to be Mrs. Sterling. So she is in the house, and she's also a valued channel member. Good morning. How are you? What's popping? Where are you at? Are you working today? Are you guys both off? Are you on a new adventure? That's usually what you do when you guys have a day off. But I know you got hot stuff to do too, so you're probably doing chores. CB also super chatted a $4.20 super chat. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Glitter bombs and cheers for all. Shannon 2024. Thank you, CB. I appreciate that. David Edwards says I-75 128 millimeter mile marker. Oh, you know, I got guns on the brain. I'm sorry. Okay. I-75. Oh, so you're on the road. All right, David. Well, I'm in New Paris somewheres. I won't disclose, but that's about my area. Gold Phoenix says, I've been a trainer and instructor is a little bit different. Oh, okay. Okay, Gold Phoenix. I guess an instructor's a level up. Did you level up? Cash is King super chatted $5. Oh man, the biggest super chat of the day. I didn't even see you in here, Cash. I haven't got to your comment yet. Good morning. Thank you for the super chat, Cash, of $5. I appreciate you. He's saying, hey now. Let me pop that up. There you go. Tyke Trucking channel members in the house saying, hi, Shannon in chat. David says, are you at the 135? Let me see. I don't know how to find that out. I bet I know where you're at if you're at the Blue Beacon. Yeah, that's probably easy, pretty easy to figure out. David Edwards says to Cash, Cassius King says, hey now, everybody. Slapping high fives with a high five super chat. It's a nooner coffee today, Cash. Thank you for coming in. I appreciate your presence in the super chat. David Edwards says, hey, Captain Scallywag to Cassius King. Fate Trucking is in the house. Hey, Fate, what's up? Hey, Fate, I just got to tell you, this might ring a bell in your head, but Mom has made the pumpkin rolls, okay? If you remember, my mom said something to you the last time you were live with me, so that's the hint. Red Lady says, I'm working on break. I'm working on break right now, but I'm good. It's good to see you. Well, thank you for coming in on your break. That's bonus points. Why are you working on a Sunday? Would you stop that? You got a strapping man at home who's eagerly awaiting your presence. Get home, girl. Get home. Have a great Sunday. Tyke Truckin says, on antibiotics for an infected tooth, a broken half, agony. Oh, tooth pain is the worst. Thank God for whiskey and codeine. Okay. So Robert's having a fantastic Sunday right there. I mean, good and bad, right? Oh, Cassius King's $5 super chat says Sterling is my real dad. CB says Sterling runs my bathwater for me too, Cash. I think that Sterling is good to everybody that knows him, right? He takes care. He knows how to take care. Wheelburner Express is in the house. Good afternoon, Shannon in chat. Hey, Wheelburner, I'm wearing my awesome pink Wheelburner Express shirt with my Snorlord coffee today. My next adventure, by the way, Cash, if you're still in here, like I'm seriously gonna invest in some Cassius King wear, some merch over there in your merch store, and I'm also gonna get some of DIY stuff, and I'll be getting that. So that's in my plan. I just, man, every time I went to get it, like I had to take care of another financial obligation first. So I'm trying to be responsible. So I didn't just go have a fun time and shop in your merch store yet, but sir, I will. Like it's coming. I think it's only fair. We've been in a good relationship, for a couple of years now, Cash and DIY. It's only fair that I've got buy some of your merch and sport it, I'm just saying. Chief Freight Hauler channel members in the house saying good afternoon to everyone. David Edwards says, I love pumpkin rolls. Yeah, my mom makes the best pumpkin rolls. So she's whipped up a great big batch, and they will be going out to certain folks. I don't worry, I did pay the ticket because my mom is so terrible at business, and I'm the business person in the family, and I'm always on her case. So she'll always do the stuff out of the kindness of her heart. You saw my mom if you saw that live. And so I paid her for her work because she really kind of went nuts and made a whole bunch, and she appreciates the truckers, and so I made sure she was compensated for her time and her efforts. Yeah, so my mom makes the best pumpkin rolls. They taste better than if you had a Little Debbie giant Swiss roll because it's pumpkin bread and the whipped cream inside just makes you want to tear up. Wheelburner says, damn, you're on fire, girl. I'm not sure what you mean there, Wheelburner, but yeah, I'm wearing your shirt. CB says, Sterling is my rock in the storm. Without his guidance, I would probably be in a Guatemalan prison right now. You know, that's love, CB. Because that's what I would say about Jesus. Okay. Cashes says, just email me your address and I'll send you some stuff. Okay, but you know, I'm willing to support the store. Just saying. You know. Cash has gotten me through some rough days. Thank you, Cash. There is no better trucker comedy channel on YouTube. If you are not subscribed to Cash is King, and I'm not just saying this, like some days you just feel like you gotta laugh, you gotta talk some crap. Cash is like, he's so funny. And I'm thankful that he's a trucker and not just a stand-up comedian because he's got comedy and he puts it with trucking and it's magic over there. So great channel. I highly recommend it. Robin, I'll make you uncomfortable, is in the house saying good morning, Shannon. Good afternoon. Robin, good afternoon. I hope all is well with the new restaurant venture. Cash says, tell your mom she can send me Fate's pumpkin rolls if she wants to support a real trucker. Boom, facts. I think Fate might fight you on that one, Cash. I don't know. I mean, if he did, he would be smart because they're really good. Yeah. My mom is a gem. She can bake. Like my mom is a professional, but not professional. Like, right? So she doesn't have like a business, but my mom is known at church as the cake lady. And so everybody calls her when they want a cake. And 9 times out of 10, she doesn't charge properly for them. So she's terrible. And I'm always the one like, Mom! Because she'll go above and beyond. Like if you ask her for a wedding cake, she makes like a 6-tier fountain thing, all that on there, right? Because she's nothing but goodness and love. And then she'll just be like, oh, it'll be $150. And these are like, these cakes go in the real world for like $1,500 to $1,800. And shame on church people for taking advantage of my mom. Because even some of them then go, oh, well, we're just like low on money. And then they give her that guilt trip, right? And then I get so mad. And so I tell her, like, you need to take a deposit for the ingredients before you ever make the cake. If they can't come up with at least the money that you have to pay out of your pocket for the ingredients and stuff, no deal. But yeah. David Edwards says I have to go. Keep the rubber side down. Okay, you got to run. All right, David. Well, maybe we'll catch up one of these days. Mark Ely says, what's up, everyone? I'm at the Wappa House staging for my dedicated work. Great. It sounds like guys are making some deals out there and making a pivot. CB says, your mom makes 6-foot cakes. Yeah. Is she single? No. Oh, by the way, Veterans Day was yesterday. I want to tell all the veterans in the room and otherwise are watching later, happy Veterans Day. And I want to say thank you for your service. My dad, I also have to call him and tell him the same. Who's my mom's husband. He is a veteran and a very proud veteran, so it's a big deal to him. And it is a big deal, regardless. And so I just want to thank all you guys. I know a lot of you are truckers. A lot of truckers are veterans and all that. Appreciate you. And Veterans Day is not the only time I say thank you for your service. Like I try to say it like all the time because I do. I appreciate it. And anytime I know that I meet a veteran anywhere in here, like I thank them. CB, you're so funny. G. Freihaller says, I think the polls were rigged and Cash is live last night. Yeah, because I'll tell you what, when I voted, the Freightliner was winning, like Cash said. And then when it posted the results, the results were switched. The numbers were switched. It kind of happened in the presidential election, didn't it? Oh. Old School says, most church people are the worst for wanting free stuff. You know, I can't get on that subject. I can't. Okay, we're not going there. Mark Ely, I could go on about that, but Mark Ely says, have you put the Sheets app on your phone so you can keep getting 99 cent def? I have not. I use the card, the Sheets card. Is that why I'm getting 99 cent def? Because I put my card in? I don't go to Sheets often enough to understand the process. Maybe that's why. Yeah, I was excited to see that again. If that's the gig with having a Sheets card, then guess where I'm getting my def from now on. You know how much profit that's going to add to my line? I've been paying $4.20 a gallon for def for the longest. I haven't really dug into the whole Sheets situation. If that's just because I put my card in, then yeah, I'll download that app and I'll make sure I'm signed up and all that. And I'll stop at Sheets all the time to get my def. Holy smokes. Let me know, Mark. Is that the deal? Robin says, I wear a poppy every day. Tyke says, Narskenya rules. I don't know what the heck you're talking about, Robert. I don't know. I have no idea. It's supposed to be funny, I'm assuming. Robert says things that I don't know what they mean. And it's because he thinks we're dumb because we're Americans. And that may be true, but I don't know what some of those words mean, Robert, and I'm sorry. He says, never late in a V8. Yeah, that's true. CB says, if you want to see a church person throw their hands up in frustration, just let them talk to me. Well, CB, I don't do that. But see, I'm different. There was a time in my life that I was religious, okay? And I mean that in the actual sense of the word, religiousness. Okay, if I can paint this a little bit different. I am no longer religious. And I don't mean that I don't have faith and I don't love Jesus and I don't live that. I try to live according to the word and stuff like that. That's reality. Religiousness and the flavors of Christianity or whatever. All I know is that one day God opened my eyes to what's real about the love of God and walking with Jesus and having a relationship, a real relationship, instead of all this added fluff. Like, it's not, it was never designed that that's how you know God, that's how you are validated, or that's how you identify. That's not required. It's not. It's good for community. It's good for learning. It's good to be worshiping with other people in a assembly. But all of these rules and these things and all the stuff that they put on you and all this judgmental stuff that goes on in the churches has nothing to do with your faith and with your relationship with God. And one day I had to wake up and realize that, because it was, those things make you feel unsuccessful. Those things make you feel like you have to judge yourself so harshly all the time. Those things make you feel like you have to live up to someone else's standards and all this stuff to look like this certain thing. And none of that's real. It's not. There is not one of us that's better than the other. We all have places where we sin, and we all have dark spots, that things that we can do better or get rid of or let go of, and all of that. And if you think that, you know, or if you know church people who think that they're holier than thou, then they've got probably more work to do than you do. Just saying. So please don't judge me, because I love the Lord and I'm not afraid to live it. I don't want to be called a religious person. And because I'm not. I live a walk of faith in my life, and I'm not afraid to admit it, and I'm not afraid to talk about it. I don't hate church, but I know what kind of church sticks more to reality, or sticks to reality. And I choose, when I go to church, to go to a place that just lives by what the word says. I want you to just love me where I'm at and accept me for who I am, and know that because I walk this walk, I don't judge you, and I love you where you are. And I just want the same in return. Nobody has to act a certain way around me. Nobody has to like judge me like whatever. I'm as real as and transparent as I can be with you guys. And I'm just not afraid to talk about my faith. So I don't want to be confused with the religious person though anymore, because I had that stumbling block, and it was a good for the season that it was into my life. But God took me to a higher place, right? So, and I see the things from a spiritual perspective now, that some things that go on in the churches, and I can understand why people are turned away or unattracted to it or judge it or whatever, right? I get it. It hurts me, but that's why I just stick to reality. You know, loving God and walking with God is not if you don't go to church. You don't have to go to church to have that in life, okay? Let me say it like that. Some people think if they go to church, then they're going to have to do all this stuff. And some churches are like that. But you don't have to go to church to love God. You don't have to go to church to have a relationship with God. And some people just don't know that. And it's okay. And if you didn't know, then I just told you the good news, right? Like, stop being so serious. It's not that much pressure. It's just nature. It's just reality. There's nothing wrong with just being like, hey, start being friends with Jesus. Like, you don't have to get all crazy. Just say hi to him once in a while. Start there. I'm just saying. Like, he's never let you down. He's never done anything to tell you, you know, just say it. Okay, that's enough of that. Wheelbird Express says Robert is talking about truck manufacturer in Europe. Oh, okay. Cash says I saved $30 on 10 gallons of DEF on Wednesday. That took that $30 and bought caffeine pills. Hey, that's budgeting your money, right? Robin says some ass clowns broke into the store the day before we were supposed to open. Now the co-op wants us to get insurance on some poop before we can open. Oh, so did they steal stuff, Robin? CB says church people can't wrap their brains around my Christianity and strident anti-social hell raising. I got lucky. I have a pastor that has been through that, and so he does understand. So that's kind of cool to have him have somebody that gets it, right? Because I used to have my religious life. I had a pastor that probably never got his hands dirty. TJ's in the house saying hola. I don't know what the what's about. Mr. Red Lady says sheltering. Rig Pig says kind of coffee maker you got back there. And if you don't mind me asking, also missed what kind of new vacuum cleaner you got. Okay. Vacuum cleaner I'm so excited about, especially if you have pets, is this Dirt Devil. It's called the Scorpion Plus Max Power. And it has an awesome crevice tool that's right. Look at it. You can't even lose it. It folds up right on there. It is so powerful. Like, my truck is so clean. I'm very $34 at Walmart. Okay. In my opinion, the best truck hand vac. Yes, it does plug in because it's powerful. My other one was a Black & Decker and it was wireless, right? It charged up $50. Lame. Didn't even pick up anything semi-heavy or semi sort of whatever. This thing right here, you want this, you guys. And so my coffee maker back here is this is the $20 Black & Decker one too. I got this from Walmart for $19.99. It just makes a single cup like this, right? I put this metal cup in there. I fill that sucker up and it makes a full cup of coffee like that. And this is how I start my day. And this cup will fill up like 2 cups of Snorlord right there. So that's what's up. I try to go cheap because, you know, I like to be cheap. CB says Jesus was the OG hell-raising long-haired hippie who wore sandals. Welcome back. Connor's in the house saying, hey, Shannon. TJ's in the house saying, Shanna. I Make You Uncomfortable says, God is God. Who cares what God? TJ says, Shannon, you go, girl. Robin says, you could be a Muslim. Shannon, I don't care. Thank you, Robin. You know I don't push stuff on people, man. But I'm not afraid to be transparent in my life. That's what my channel is about. My journey. If you enjoy it, great. If you decide to hate me because I do something you don't like or say, then unsubscribe, I guess. I'll miss you. Mark Ely says, I don't like the commercialization of churches. I love God and God loves me, and I do good and I do bad and I don't judge people and I don't want people to judge me. Thank you, Mark. Very well spoken. Me too. I'm with you, bro. Robert says, whenever you have a creed that must be followed, you miss the point of Jesus. True statement. Man, that's deep, Robert. Thank you. Yeah. Everybody can chew on that one for a while. TJ says, but Jesus wants us to fellowship and we need to follow. And that's true. That's true. You know, religiousness will be like, you have to be here every time the church doors are open. Okay. You know what I mean, you guys. And I get that too. I get that. Because, but sometimes there's a very pressure that if you're not, then you get shunned, right? Shunning is not nice. Shunning is not biblical from what I know. At least not the religious stuff. Look, very simply, I can back it up. If you read in the Bible, when Jesus talked to the Pharisees, he didn't like the Pharisees, and they were the high priests. Chew on that for a little bit. Read up on it. Very, very cool, interesting story. And you'll get what I mean. We should party. We should, and I mean party by getting together, right? Hanging out. We're supposed to hang out. We're supposed to love each other. We're supposed to celebrate. You know, always get together. We're supposed to do that. It's good for all of us, right? That's what we use YouTube for. Our assembly of our community. Mr. Red Lady with another super chat says $5.01. Cassius King Trucking is my third cousin's brother's uncle's neighbor's pastor's friend. Perfect. Oh, that's awesome. Thank you for that super chat, Sterling. I appreciate you. The whale is in the house. I felt the saddest of all when I read the boring chapters that were only descriptions of whales, because I knew that the author was just trying to save us from his own sad story just for a little whale. Okay. Okay. Thanks for coming in, the whale. CB says, preach, mama. Seriousness is the tonic of bankers and judges. Infamous NDS, Jesus is my homeboy. Ain't no hate on that, y'all. And ain't no hate on you if he ain't. But don't be hating me, because I love him. I don't hate you for who you love. I'm just saying. I don't hate anybody. Robin says, some people pay 20% of their income to the church. Jerome says, my church has a tier system where how much money you donate, you are on a different status. I was on the bottom, called a bum. See, Jerome, I'm not hating on your church, but I don't think that's okay. That's okay. Mr. Red Lady says, Jerome Jones, you're welcome anytime to the Church of Wheel. The Church of Wheel accepts you as you are and loves you where you're at. And you're expected to reciprocate when you join in there. Just saying. It's nothing but love. Yeah, Jerome, that's messed up. Robin's laughing at Sterling's comment. TJ says, remember, if you have a relationship with Jesus, it's not religion. Thank you. Catholics, Mormons are a religion. Thank you. And they minimize what Jesus did on the cross. Thank you. And that's all I have to say about that. Agreed, TJ. Thank you for putting that in words to clarify. Robin is giving you a fist bump. And Mr. Red Lady says it's one of these. Oh! Eleanor Elaboratus, I hope I said that right, is in the house saying, hey, Eleanor, how are you? It's good to see you. Welcome, everybody. Please hit the like if you haven't already. We've already lost some people, I'm sure, because we brought Jesus into a conversation. So if you're just coming in, please hit the like. Rig Pig says, thank you very much, ma'am. I'll get the vacuum. However, I need a way bigger coffee machine. You know, I just do one at a time. It's fine. I just about wore it out, though. I've had this, I think, way back. I got this at Dart when I got my Dart truck. And she's starting to act a little funny. I think it's time to invest in a new one. I would love to get one of those espresso maker thingies that makes coffee and a shot of espresso like that. That would be great. Eleanor asks, question for you, Shannon. Do you believe in kicking people when they're down or supporting them? I'm a picker-upper. You know? I'm a picker-upper. Everybody gets down at some point. I don't like people that kick people when they're down. I really don't. It's not, I don't jive with that. Great question, Eleanor. Cash says, I get my Jesus wholesale because I'm cheap. Robin says, Church of Costco. Robert says, well said, TJ. Gary Bates says, I poop, therefore I am. Thank you, Gary. Bringing some healthy perspective to the conversation. I appreciate you, Gary. And Robin's laughing about that. So, let's see. Deee had a birthday. I told you that. I finished a 12-stop load. Thank God that's over. Not sure what the weather's going to be like going to Colorado out west again. I would love to hear your opinion if you guys have thoughts on that. Like, is it time for the weather to get crazy? And then all the way back to the East Coast. I am going to do some research today because I have to make some decisions on where I'm going to run this week out of Illinois. And I'm wondering if I got time to do one more tour like that. And I'm really pushing trying to get home on Thanksgiving. So that's my big decision this week. Holy crap. CB with a $50 super chat. Thank you, CB. Man, I appreciate that. Eleanor says, preach. People are kicking me when I'm down and I'm done with it. Here's the solution, Eleanor. When you surround yourself with the right people, they will protect you and they will help you rise and they will love you where you are. Even if they're not in a position to help you, they will pray for you and they will help lift you up. So get with new friends. Okay? If those are the people that are hurting you, sometimes family members can do that too. And sometimes you just got to clean house, man. Robin says, Shannon, have you ever been in a Canadian Tire? It's like a church up here. No, no. It's been a long time actually since I've been in a tire shop. Thank you, CB, for the $50 super chat. No comment. Can I star that? Star? I don't know what the stars mean, but all my super chats, thank you guys, have stars. Does that pin them to the top or something? Oh, star, there's a category. Oh, look at that. Gosh, guys, thanks. That's super awesome. Sterling Wheels, CB, and Cassius King with the super chats today. I appreciate you. I do. You guys keep my channel fun. All of you in here. I appreciate you all for your attendance. And looks like I'm starting to lose a couple people. We got an hour and 20 minutes. I'm starting to feel the pressure that I'm gonna have to pee soon. Just so you know. Eleanor says, you are the real ones. Yeah, I like to keep it real, man. Gary says the stars are paying members. Okay. With super chats, I guess. Oh, I see what you're saying, Gary. Okay, thank you. Eleanor says she loves this community. Me too. Me too. I'm trying to think of what else I can update you guys on. I am delivering in Illinois, so I am going to drive today, but it's kind of at my leisure because I'm not too far away. And so I am going to change locations. I got all my important chores done. I just have to sort through some receipts. You know, it's time. I wish I would remember to or want to do that every single Friday because my accountant would be happier, but sometimes I just put it off because I'm like, and it's okay. I don't have that many. It's not like I have 100 million receipts every week. I am a miser with my money. But it's time. Okay, it's that time of the month. And so what else is going on? It's time for the PM for the truck. I was going to try to do that Friday, but it was a Veterans Day weekend and all the dealerships decided to be closed for Veterans Day weekend. So that blew my shot out of the water when I actually had time to do it on Friday. So we got to slide that back. I hope all you guys are going to get home to see your families for Thanksgiving. I don't know if my situation's going to work out. My daughter's asked me to be home, the one who's having the baby next, because she's hosting Thanksgiving. She's decided to do it kind of at the last minute. Of course, that puts the pressure on me all of a sudden when it wasn't even planned that I was going to get home for Thanksgiving, but now everything changes at the last second. So now I got to deal with the guilt of that and figure it out. So I'll be strategizing today when I get parked again at my next location on what the heck I'm going to do, because I have to make a decision today and have a game plan for the new week. Oh, I know what I wanted to tell Sterling. Sterling, are you still in here? Put something in there so I know if you're still here. Please, I have to tell you something. Eleanor says, I live in Chicago. Okay. I worked out of Chicago at JB Hunt, Eleanor, for like a while. TJ says, you know that quote that basically says, don't pick at a silver in one's eye before pulling out the plank out of yours? Yes. When someone decides to do that and looks inward, you get judged for it. Well, not around here, TJ. I really try to, that's why I don't look down on nobody anymore. And I think I got so hyped up in religion at some point. And that's what really changed everything for me. I'll give you a short testimony. When God woke me up to reality, and let me say this, when I realized that I was a hypocrite, okay, I'll tell you the story. I'm not proud of it, but what really flipped the switch for me, and I freaking woke the heck up about religiousness. I was active in the church, all of that. And we talked in church. We heard sermons all the time about reaching out to help the poor, loving people at their lowest point, what Jesus did, how to love like Jesus loved, and all of that. And I looked at this one young man one time on the street, and he had an awesome mohawk. Magnificent. If I liked mohawks, if I was going to have a mohawk, that's how I would have done it. He had all kinds of piercings, and he had tattoos everywhere. And for a split second, this is so honest, you guys. And I really I was working hard on my faith. I was feeling like, okay, I was after trying to achieve my holiness and all of this stuff. Genuinely in my heart, okay? But literally for a split second, this happened to me. I saw this young man, and my face went, ew. Literally. And as soon as I caught myself doing that, I felt so convicted in my spirit. And I had to psychoanalyze that for a little while, And the revelation that it gave to me, I was like the Pharisees right there. I was a hypocrite. Jesus died for him too. That's my brother. Who did I think I was? Ooh! Right? That day changed my walk. That day opened my eyes to how dangerous religion can be in the place it can take you, and you don't even realize it. I feel like I got clarity that day, and I was ashamed for how I reacted to that person's look on the outside. Shame on me for that, right? From that moment on, my heart broke, and I realized that this isn't right. All of this stuff, all these rules, all these standards, all of this stuff, those people in the history and in the word that lived by that kind of stuff, the religious stuff, the religious organization, the story's clear on that. And you walk by the law, but not in your heart. You're not genuine in your heart. And that's what I was in that moment. And thank God I was able to see it and catch myself. I was a hypocrite, man. And everything changed at that moment for me. So that was a big deal. And then I started to look at everything else, and I was like, are we doing what we're saying? Or we just saying it? You can talk that business all day long, but if you don't put actions to your words, actions speak louder than words. You know, loving someone that you feel is unlovable or maybe unlovable to you is hard. It is a sacrifice. Even someone you don't know. If everybody was just supposed to love everybody that was easy to love, then it wouldn't, like, what good would that be? So, there you go. You get the rest, I'm sure. Oh, Jerome. Okay, wait. How late am I? The Right Way to Truck is in the house saying, hey there. Hey, Right Way to Truck. Thank you for coming in. You're a new name in here. CB says, paging Pastor Sterling. Tito's and soda. I haven't seen you in a long time. Hi, Shannon. Greetings from Orlando. How is it? How are you? I haven't seen you in here in, like, gosh, forever. Jerome Jones says, I got a few minutes to go live. Okay, that was 1 o'clock. What time is it, Jerome? It's 1:05. Okay. Let me post a link, Jerome. Copy link. Okay, Jerome, here's the link. And I don't have it long either because my bladder's filling up fast. Okay, I posted the link for you, Jerome. TJ says, after a while, you humble and get mocked and belittled. I've reached out to certain people and I've had humbly apologized if I offended you or our friendship or acquaintance. It means more. Yeah. Love comes busting in the door, don't it, TJ? Jones, you do live. Mr. Jones and me. Robin says, TJ for the win. TJ says, sooner or later, we need to stop casting stones at the glass house. There's another example of what I'm talking about, okay? Man, I'm being straight up. Like, I was caught red-handed, bro. And I'm grateful for that because Jerome says, no, Shannon asked me if I wanted to go live with her, but I was driving. I put the link in there, Jerome. Do you see it? TJ says, let me get it up here. Whoop. Not anymore. If I do, it's only for little important things like yesterday's Veterans Day parade. Eleanor says, exactly. I'm sick of people saying they care when they drop me like trash. Actions speak louder than words. True, girl. Eleanor, are you trucking? I don't know if you're a trucker or if you're from someplace else, but hey, you're welcome here. You know that. Robert says, Google's trying to come on. I thought that was really funny what Jesus said, a massive exaggeration, a plank in your own eye. I see someone looking around, judge smacking people around the head with the plank. Coach retired vet. That's a new name in here. Oh my gosh. Click on it, Shannon. Finally caught alive. Great. Thank you for coming in. I appreciate it. It is a later one today. We're doing a nooner. I typically go on live Sunday earlier in the morning. The Right Way to Truck says, been in your lives a few times, just don't say much. Well, I sure appreciate it, Right Way to Truck. The link is in there, Jerome. Do you have time? Maybe I lost my time frame with Jerome. I got a warning that says your guest international man of mystery is on an Android Chrome, which has a bug that causes echo. Google is working to fix it. For now, please ask your guests to wear headphones to avoid the echo or use a different browser. We've also informed your guest. Okay. TJ says, nooner. I was waiting for somebody to say that. Eleanor says, no, I met you through Nita. I'm a young woman searching for my next opportunity. Okay, Eleanor. Let's see if I can get Jerome in here real fast. He doesn't have a lot of time. Hey, Jerome.
Hey, Shanna.
Hey! Okay, good. I think we're good. Does anybody hear an echo? Is his audio okay? If there's any issues, please somebody let me know in the chat, like right away, please. Okay,
I mean, I got my headset on.
Comment. We have Jerome Jones, the International Men of Mystery. Are you men? He's man.
I keep forgetting.
How are you today, sir?
I'm doing all right.
How's biz? How's the market treating you? What are you up to? How are you, like, how's business going for you?
It's been a struggle.
So
like,
you want to
downtime.
Identify anything specifically? Repairs?
No, it's just the downtown and the repairs.
Downtime because of repairs?
Yeah.
Okay. What'd you get fixed?
Let's see. What was that? The power steering gearbox. I replaced that, and I did that myself. And I was going to go in for alignment, and for some weird reason, I told them Monday, and they say, "Oh, we didn't put you in for Monday." I was like, "Oh, wow." Say, "What's your next opening?" We can get you in for Tuesday. I was like, "Okay." So, and I was down for almost a week with that.
For an alignment?
Well, when they called me, I thought like, hey, maybe it's just a front alignment I need to get done. He said, no, we can't do the front alignment because you got to get all 4 bushings on the drive axles replaced. I was like, fantastic.
Okay. Yeah, I had that done on my Freightliner at Dart. That I had that. But yeah, you got to do it, especially if you got some miles on your truck.
Right. Well, and then I'm driving. Oh. Well, then after I got out, I took a load to PA, and I hit a bump on the road. And then all of a sudden, my truck was louder. I said, wait, what's going on? It was dark. I couldn't see what happened. And then when the sun shined and I was able to find it, one of the mufflers broke. I was like, damn.
So did you hit it like a pothole or something?
Yeah.
Okay. I hate when that happens. Oh my God. I've hit some bad ones with my Dart truck, and thank God it survived, but sheesh. They just jump out at you. Sometimes you don't see them at all. So where are you going today? What's happening? What you on today? What's the adventure?
Well, I picked up a load in Wisconsin, water load, going to Grand Rapids, Michigan tomorrow.
Oh, you're going to Michigan. How's the family? How's your mom?
She's doing okay.
Good. Everybody healthy?
Everyone's doing okay. We went down to South Carolina October, which extended my downtime. And that wasn't a fun trip.
So that was a family thing?
Yeah. Yeah, I got an uncle. He moved down there. He got his own house, and we just went in for an open house.
Oh shoot! I bet that was fun.
It was.
Did a lot of the family come? Was it like the big thing?
No, it was just a small group.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the only reason the only reason I didn't say I didn't enjoy myself because when we booked the hotel, no one told me we had to stay in 3 separate hotels, and they're like Mine was 9 minutes away from where my mom was staying, and my brothers were 20 minutes away. So I had to drive all over the place to pick up everybody. I was like,
Yeah, so you had to drive, so more driving, right? That probably sucked
yep,
for you, I'm sure.
yep.
Trucker with old snappers in the house saying good afternoon. I haven't seen him in a while either. Um, okay, so what's your next week look like? Are you booked up already? I gotta get booked
I'm
up.
booked.
I'm
I'm I'm booked up all the way to Wednesday.
okay. Well, that's good because that's about. I only like to go out, just a couple of days because I mean, unless I get a string of good loads and I'll book up for the whole week. But sometimes it's like if they start getting crappy, I'll be like, no, wait, something else better come up within 2 days. You know what I mean? Stuff changes
Yeah,
every day.
yeah. Last week I
So
was all over the place. I
I,
I picked up a
I was
load
up on the
in
North Coast.
Ohio. Yeah, I saw that. I was like, damn, she's in Maine.
God, I was too. And then I had a deadhead down in New Hampshire, and I got a heavy paper load, and
Oh,
that was my weekend load taking me to Illinois, and I'll deliver that Monday, and then start my new week all with a fresh clock and good to go. But I got to figure out if I'm gonna go back out west this week, and I'm honestly like I'm worried about the weather. I'm like, okay, because if I go out there, I'll grab another multi-stop load, which will take me back up there. And man, I'll tell you, some of them deliveries are in some podunk mountain twisty crazy places, man, that's like not truck friendly at all. You're not pulling that truck over if you have to. So it's very challenging. Yeah, so it's like and then I got Thanksgiving with the kids. What are you doing for Thanksgiving? Are you hanging out?
hanging out with my mother. We were planning going down south, which I was excited for because I got my mom has family down there, and one of her sisters makes a really good pound cake, which I'm still convinced she put
Oh.
crack in it, but it's real good. But that got
So
canceled because
what are we
she's
gonna
getting
do, or is mom making dinner?
uh mom's making dinner. I think my sister's coming up to help her.
Okay. So you guys are just gonna chill at home then?
Yep.
Yeah, Oster's in the house says I gotta stay close to Michigan for grandbaby arrivals. Um, yeah. The thing is too is I've made a decision and I plan on staying in the winter region, right? The Midwest. And I know I've been saying this. Like I'm dedicated to staying in the Midwest. Last year I stayed south because I had Deee. She was little, you know, she was little. And so we were potty training and all that. So being out in the warm weather was easier for me. And I wasn't ready for winter last year. I was stressed out. So I was like, no, I want like a perpetual summer for a whole year. So I did that. But, I took probably a little bite on rates because I chose that. But I had a great time staying in the sun and hanging out with my new puppy. And so this year, because I don't want to let my skills get dull, right? Because I am a fantastic winter driver. I am, the decision is that we are going to run winter time this year. And in my area, the Midwest is my area. Like, this is what I know the best. This is the best freight area. It's close to home, so I can be home for all these babies coming and all that business. So I got a million reasons to stay in my yard. So that's what I want to do. So if I make this last run, it's the last one. So I have a decision to make on that. But yeah, I'm gonna hang out and I'm gonna be a snow bunny this year. Once again. So do you run south in the wintertime?
No, I stay mostly in the Midwest, even though I don't like the snow.
Yeah. Yeah, because a lot of people
Yeah,
go. And so that's good for us. I mean, that run it, right? I'm like, yeah, see you later. I'll go get your money. Look at Robin says 10-pound turkey up here, $65. That's crazy. That's a lot of money. TJ says, take care, everyone. Another great live, Shannon. Be safe. Bye, TJ. Thanks for coming in, your input and all that, your words of wisdom. Robert says, I once had a weed cookie stoned all night. That's what they do, Robert. Robert's so funny. What else is happening? I know you gotta go and stuff, and I do too, because I'm almost have to pee so bad. Like, I'll be lucky to make it to the bathroom.
No, I'm trying to. I heard them just lift the dock plate up, but I'm still red. So.
Oh, sweet. Okay, well, I appreciate you coming on. I've been wanting to get with you for so long, and then I forget, and then I remember, and then I forget again, and or you're busy or doing something, so it just hasn't worked out. So thank you for coming in today, and
Well, thank you for having me.
You were welcome to come with me anytime, because everyone just wants to know what you're doing all the time. So I figured, well, he's the most popular guy, so I'm gonna get him on here and see. So everybody can.
I don't feel popular.
So, well, I mean, to me, it seems like it. You know, you're kind of famous. You're kind of famous. If you didn't realize it, you kind of are. And so, you know.
No, I'm just like everybody else, just trying to figure it out.
Yeah, so you're not planning on going out of business or anything like that. I shouldn't ask that question, but, I like to get in your business. So, like, you're hanging in there, I'm assuming. Correct me if I'm wrong. You had a down period for some repairs, but you got your maintenance taken care of, so you should be good to go for the winter. So I'm going to assume you're going to keep pressing on.
Hopefully.
Hopefully. That's a big
I try to plan for I try to plan for the worst and hope for the best.
Yeah, well, we gotta stay positive, and a lot of the stress can come from just people hyping stuff, right? And I've noticed, and you can probably agree with me, there's I haven't had a problem parking my truck at all for the last month. like there is parking spaces, and it makes me think, like, have we lost that many trucks in the industry or whatever, and and all that? But I think if we're making it this far, you just got to stay positive, and you just got to keep it pushing like it's every other day. And hopefully no major breakdowns, right? And we got to just hold out and wait for Trump to fix everything. I'm just kidding. For whatever's going to happen, we're going to adapt and adjust, right?
Yeah. I haven't noticed that. I noticed that in some truck stops, but if you're going to Love's, it's always full. But if you go to like some of the mom and pop ones, you can find a parking spot.
Well, maybe it's just been because of where I was at, but I'll tell you what, I've been like, this is great. I've been getting good spots. I haven't been pressed at all. So of course, my little world, I'm like, this must be because we're losing truck drivers by the droves. So now there's all this parking. We finally have room to park.
I haven't noticed that down south, but if you're going east, I noticed PA, like some of the rest areas, it was around 9, 8 o'clock. Usually they're full, but now that you pass them up, but it's like, wait, there's a few spots left. That's crazy.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I've been experiencing. I've been like, okay, this is cool. This is cool. Jeremy Griggs eats tacos for Thanksgiving because it's cheaper. I love it. I think I could live on tacos no matter what the occasion. Robert says, I hate running snow and ice, but I can do it. Am I good? I don't know, but I haven't crashed yet.
Yeah, same
Well,
here.
yeah. See, I've fished. I fishtailed once, and I
Oh,
jackknifed once, so I know what that's like. And I'm good on that. I'm done. I'm done experiencing that part. So I don't want to put myself in any situations that happens again. I learned a couple of tough lessons there. But thank God my truck mate, was good. The jackknife, that was a freak. That was a freak situation. That wasn't nothing I did stupidly. Um, I was able to steer out of it, and I only busted a fairing, so that worked out. Um, Definitely could have been dead in that one. And
oh,
then the second time I was in Ohio, and I was coming out empty out of a small town, and I was crossing where two farm fields were on each side, and the wind was like blowing like crazy. But I had to get to the truck stop, and I saw the wind drifts were going across the road at a very high speed, and I was going 25 miles an hour, coming right for it, and I knew it was going to slap my trailer. And here comes a pickup truck, right, coming into town. I'm going out of town. Missed him by that. My trailer, that wind hit my trailer. My trailer went around like this, and oh my god, it was ice. The ice on the road was that thick. You might remember this if you was watching it, but my trailer missed that pickup truck, the end of that pickup truck, by literally that much. And I was done after that. Like, I was freaking out. I made it. I went 15 miles an hour, 9 miles to the nearest Love's. I didn't care. I was literally like freaking out. But I made it there, and the wind was blowing so hard. I was like, I stopped everything. I was like, I ain't moving until this wind stops. So that sucked. But
was that
that's
was
when
that
I
last
ran.
year?
So when the next year I went south, I was like, I don't care. I got my puppy, and we stayed in the sunshine.
Was that last year?
Uh, it may have been. Yeah, because Deee. Yep. But I don't know if I had Deee yet. I can't remember. I
Oh,
think so.
I was
If
stuck
I
in
had Deee,
Texas.
it was last year, because Sterling told me to go to a hotel, but I couldn't even move the truck, and I sure the hell wasn't going to call an Uber driver to try to trust them to keep me alive, because the wind was ice. I mean, it was so cold in Ohio. So I stayed
Oh
there.
yeah,
Do you remember that?
yeah, I remember
Well,
that.
and yeah, that was the last scare that I had, and that was part of the reason that I just decided to be like, F everybody and everything. I'm going to stay in the sun. I don't even want to deal with it. But I can't remember if it was just last year or the year before. I was in the dart truck. Was I in the dart truck? I was in the dart truck. Yeah. So it was while I was at dart. So I've been with Jeff since April, like trucking. So yeah, I think it was last year. And then I must have
Oh
went
yeah,
south after that. Yeah, because I was
yeah, I
freaked
remember
out.
because you went live.
Yeah, I was. That was like, when that kind of stuff happens to me, I get this close from being like, why am I doing this to myself? You know, like, what is it that what am I? Why do I love this so much? This is stupid, you know. And it's funny because I think about that all the time. I'm like, so many of us gripe about stuff and hate it, and this and that. But look at us. we're still here. We're still fighting it out every day, right?
Yeah,
We can complain about trucking all the time, but guess what? We're still here, baby. There's something about us that's crazy enough to keep on fighting until we can't fight no more.
Yep. Well, I got the green light, so I'm done.
All right. Well, thanks for hanging out, Jerome. I appreciate your time.
Well, thank you for having me.
All right. We will talk to you later, and you be safe out there.
All right. See you, everybody.
All right. Toodles. What a treat. Thank you, Jerome. I dig Jerome. I like hanging out with him. The first time I had him on for an interview, some other people came in and we really didn't get to like just hang and chill and talk. So I owed him that one. Jeremy Grigg says Loves has the best showers. I do love showers, but Petro and TA have pretty nice showers too, I think. Rig Pig says, Shannon, just want to say thank you for being you. You always made my weekend, and I appreciate that. Oh, thank you, Rig Pig. Thank you so much. You guys make my weekend. Like, I look forward to just having hangout time. Jeremy says, make sure you lock the door when you shower. They will just walk in to clean it. Oh, I do. I always lock up. Eleanor says, oh, thank goodness you're okay. Yeah, really. You want to talk about scary, Eleanor? Holy crap. It was scary. But the scariest one was when I jackknifed, because that was in the pitch black mountains of Arkansas. Black ice. Holy crap. That's another story. One of these days, maybe I should make a video of the stories, and that way I don't have to keep going over them. I'll just tell the story one time, and I'll be like, okay, you guys can hear the story on this video. Robert says, I've had a trailer swing across 3 lanes, but drove out of it. I thought, I don't know what I did, but I must have done it right. Yeah, I was able to too, Robert. Like all the training that you've had just kicks in, right? Thank God, on a reflex. At least it does for me. Like I did well. It was both of those situations were 2 of my finest hours. But not something I want to do again, you know. TJ says she was so glad to get out of Wyoming that time. Yeah, and that situation was a whole different one. I was freaking out because I couldn't believe I saw trucks out there. Like, how crazy. Robert says, I asked myself the same question. Why am I torturing myself with this grief? Mr. Red Lady says, good seeing Mr. Jones. Yeah. I love Jerome. He's so much fun. What you cooking, Sterling? Are you making tri-tip today, Mr. Red Lady? God, I wish I could just come over like anytime. I would just come over and eat with Sterling and Crystal. I'm about to pee my pants, guys. I love you. I thank you for coming in and having coffee with me. I probably should get the truck going, do my pre-ship, and start heading toward Illinois. So thanks for hanging out for this Trucker Cafe on this Sunday, beautiful Sunday day. And I hope you're all going to have a great week. So I'm happy to give you some positivity to kick it off with. And please stay safe and stay in business. You know, I am praying for all of us. And I mean everyone out here. It's always going to be an interesting time and very volatile week. So I'm anxious to see what happens. And I hope all of you enjoy your Thanksgiving. If I don't talk to you before then, I think we'll have another live before then, but just in case, family time is important. And I'm saying this to myself too. So make good decisions. And it's not just about you. It's about blessing them too. Okay. Have a great day, guys. Thank you. Hit the like if you haven't.